Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nilanda, and if you're new here, today we're talking about the new year. I feel it in my soul that this year is going to be a good one, an important one that will be filled with growth and change and other important steps in my personal and professional evolution. Like many people, I take the time to reset and refresh before the new year, like reflecting on what I've done in the past year and what I still want to do and how I want to do it in the next year. And of course, I made a vision board this year, and I love it a lot more than the one I made last year. What I really love about my board this year is that it's more about the essence and overall feeling of the board than it is about very specific goals like it was last year. But overall, my focus this year is to really live my life the way I imagined it. So this year's main word is authenticity. To me, that means that all the things I feel and believe and think inside is what I need to really project and put out forth into the world. And I want to show my authentic self in every aspect and every piece of my life. Whether it's in the way I dress or what I cook or what I create, I just want to be the most authentically me. It's going to be a whole new decade for me. I'm turning 30 in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited. I'm excited to see where this next decade takes me and how I'll change and how I'll grow. So, like I said, this is the start of a big year, but a big decade. There's a heavy decorative element of flowers on my vision board this year because I really value growth, and I believe that I'll always be in a state of growing and changing and ultimately blooming. I mean, it won't always be like roses or sunflowers, but it'll definitely be authentically me. The main focuses of my board are, of course, health and fitness, learning new skills, and being creative. Of course, I have more specific goals, and I'm fleshing out a plan of how I'll achieve them, in addition to things I'd like to do this year, kind of like a bucket list that I've written down, and that goes in my bullet journal for the year. And to keep everything cohesive, I put the same gold flower that I put on my vision board onto my bullet journal. So I've used the bullet journal on and off for the past 4 years. Unfortunately, it's never been fully successful for all 12 months of the year. I have phases where I'm like all about it and then completely fall off. But this year will be different. In an attempt to guarantee that I will bullet journal for the full year, let me tell you, I used my big brain and I decided to make spreads for the whole year. So I have a personalized custom 2023 bullet journal already sketched out with all my spreads in every single month already in here. Ready to go. So because all 12 months of spreads are already done in here, I can't get lazy and decide, you know what, I don't feel like it this month because it's already done. You see? Using my big brain. But one thing I love about bullet journaling is that it's really experimental. And so I'm trying this year with it all done in advance with simple spreads, and we'll see how it goes. So last year I did a couple of spreads based off of BTS songs, but then I thought, why not just make every single month based off BTS songs? Doing it this way was honestly so much fun for me, and it just makes me that much more excited to use my bullet journal and to just like look through it. So I of course have to show you my bullet journal for the year. My title page with my keyword authentic. I have some goals or things I want to focus on this year. Trying to work on my financials and kind of write down some more things that, I enjoy this year. Like I'm trying to read some more books. I want to watch more anime and more movies and stuff. And I want to take a little record of the events I go to. And then on to January. This one's based off the song Crystal Snow, so I made it snowflakes. I'm just looking to track some habits and gratitude, some finances. And then my weekly spreads look like this. Again, I'm trying to be really simple this year. And then for February, this is the only spread that's not based off of a BTS song, but rather a solo. This one's based off of Wildflower by RM. I just really loved listening to the song a lot. I really enjoyed Indigo as an album, so I was really inspired to do it, and I loved how the little wildflowers came out. And again, very simple with what I'm tracking, just some finances, some gratitude, and then for my weekly spreads, kept them very simple. And then for March, I of course had to do Spring Day with the cherry blossom theme. Again, keeping it cohesive and very simple. And that's what my weekly spreads look like. And then for April, I had to do You Never Walk Alone and the bus stop. I actually got to visit the bus stop when I was in Korea, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the way I felt. So I wanted to kind of commemorate that. So I did a little Dutch door here, and the Dutch doors have saved me because it's a lot less doodling. So I did one doodle across with things I saw on the beach there, and all the weeks are written in here. So for May, I did the song Light and used a lot of different light bulb doodles. Again, super simple. Yeah. And then June had to be young forever with the hot air balloons. And when it came to lyrics, I wanted to put just the lyrics I wanted, and sometimes it didn't fit very well. But it's my bullet journal, doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then I did another kind of like Dutch door type. This one's just like a hot air balloon doodle. Then for July, I really love this spread. This one is based off the song Chew 3. I did the theme based off of flowers because there's a line in the song that talks about a flower path, and when the group has performed the song before, they've mentioned that, you know, their fans are, that ARMY is their flower path. And then again, I did the Dutch door trick to make a little bit of a book here, make it really easy to doodle in, and made it really quick. And then for August, I based it off the song called Whalian 52. And so I thought I'd take a very literal translation and fill it with whales and aliens. But yeah. And so for this one, I tried to do 3 words a day, maybe just like to describe either how I'm feeling or what I did. And then for the weekly spreads, I kept it really simple again. Just, you know, whales and spaceships. And on a couple of them, I put little aliens. And then for September, I based it off the song Butterfly and did a lot of butterfly doodles. I think this color scheme is pretty bright and bold compared to what else I had been doing. But yeah. For October's spread, I based it off the song 0 O'Clock, which I had done in last year's bullet journal as well. But for this time, I took it a different way and made more like clocks and gears and stuff. I kept the weekly spreads super, super simple. Very straightforward, but still very useful. Just like that. I realized I didn't put the like daily and spending stuff at the beginning, so I just added them at the end. And then for November, I based it off the song Magic Shop, which is one of my absolute favorites. And basically the idea is you open the door in your heart to the magic shop. Yeah, so I kept it kind of like fun and pretty, and I love like the color scheme. It's like very sweet. And basically there's a line in the song that talks about drinking tea and looking up at the galaxy, so that's why those little doodles are there. I definitely did another Dutch door because it was faster, but I actually love the way it came out because the idea is that it's like a spell book or something, so that's why there's like magic coming out of it. But yeah. And then for the very last month, I also really loved this color scheme a lot. And this one is for Microcosmos, which is another favorite of mine. It's just, you know, an ARMY song. It's hard not to really love the songs that are dedicated to the fan base. But yeah, so I made it very fun. Like, I love this page a lot because I love the way the colors come together. But yes, of course, there's a lot of little galaxy stuff like moons and stars and constellations. And again, I did a Dutch door for this one because your girl was lazy and didn't want to do too many doodles, so just doodled across the top and then made the like Dutch door on the bottom. And those are all my bullet journal spreads for the year. In addition to this being my planner for the year and like an art project, it's a way for me to show my love for BTS, and it just makes me so happy inside. You know, I get excited to flip through it and I'm excited to use it. It makes me want to write in it, and I appreciate the work that I put into it, and I'm proud of it. Bit of a lighting change. It's only like 3 p.m. and the sun is already setting. That's winter for you. I've thought a lot about what I want to do this year in terms of creating content, posting on other social media accounts, and just other industries or other hobbies I want to dabble in. I want to learn new things just because. I wonder what would happen if I did write more or if I did make more art. If I experimented in learning how to play musical instruments or taking a few dance classes. What if I learned to sing? I'd be a monster at karaoke. Maybe I'll get better. Maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe I'll never do it again. I don't know, but all the things that I maybe want to try, I would like to attempt to actually try this year. In terms of videos in this channel, of course, I'd like to post more consistently. That's one of my main focuses this year. I also want to be more intentional with the content I put out on here, and that requires finding my personal niche. Niches are usually very specific, and I'm usually against posting too niche of content just because I have so many interests, I like doing so many things, and all the things I post are parts of my life or parts of what I'm interested in. But I think that's where finding my personal niche comes in. Overall, I want the essence of what I put out to be, a romantic view of my life. Just like my vision board says, I'm trying to romanticize my life. I believe that there is so much beauty in the simple and mundane, that there is magic in my life, that I have it within me, I have it at my fingertips, that I'm able to create a life that I want while I'm here and it's not quite there yet. So I love every aspect of my little ordinary life as I work towards making it extraordinary. This is the energy I want to put into all 2023. The way I see it, I'm the main character of this anime that I call life, and everything I post here on this channel or that I post on my social media accounts or write on my blog or wherever it may be, everything I post is like a little slice of my life episode. And I'm gonna enjoy every single one, but I'm really happy to share it with you too. So I will see you in the next one.